In today's video, we're going to check out some of the best accessories made for the Quest 3S. Coincidentally, some of these actually work for the Meta Quest 3, so if you have one of those, this is definitely going to be a list for you. But without further ado, this is TK, and this is the brand new Meta Quest 3S best accessories. Like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell icon so that you're always notified to whenever we have new videos for you on the channel. In front of us is the Meta Quest 3S. This is the latest VR headset from Meta that provides us a more affordable version of the Meta Quest 3. Similar experience in the sense of the same processor, same amount of RAM, two different configuration of storage, and of course, a lot of options as far as gaming experiences that have been optimized already for the brand new latest processor from Qualcomm when it comes down to mobile VR experience. The biggest thing that we're going to cover today is some of the best accessories you can get directly for this unit. First and foremost, we're going to start off by saying is that the strap that we have in here is the one that Meta includes in the case. So in the package itself, when you're getting the 3S, you're getting this strap. It actually tightens on the side back here for the back configuration. And of course, on the top, we have this. It's a good brace. It's nice. And of course, what we have here is an elastic material here that helps us get it the right fit when we're wearing it, but unfortunately, not a lot for comfort. One of the biggest things I'll probably say is that the arms are very easily removable, so it's actually very much the exact same experience that we had on the Quest 3. And what you get here essentially is a mold or a configuration where you're able to include or use other straps. Removing this is pretty straightforward. Just undo the Velcro at the top, pull it up straightly, and what you have here essentially is the makings, or at least the blueprint, for a lot of accessories that we can use. Some of them are first party and some of them are third party. This is the head strap that they made specifically for the Quest 3. It provides us a slightly different experience. The sides are a little bit different. They're more rigid because now we have the ability of adjusting them with a little clicker on the back here. And the top is still using a Velcro configuration, but what we have now is a better configuration, or at least hold, for the back of the head. So it's more straight, it's easier, better support for the back, and it looks great. Now, one thing to mention, just to kind of you guys know about this, it does come with an additional hole on the right side here. This is again because it works on the Meta Quest 3, which has a headphone jack on the right. The 3S does not have a headphone jack, which is a little bit different, but they used USB-C audio primarily. You can go ahead and put it in there, and let's go ahead and put it in. So you'll notice here, it does go on. There'll be an open space for it here, but other than that, it actually works perfectly. You're able to put it on. Let's go ahead and put this on here. And then for the most part, you're pretty much using the exact configuration that you wanted before. Go ahead and put in the actual Velcro configuration. And now we're looking at a very straightforward experience, very nice, very supportive for the usage. And in case you wanted to see what exactly it looks like, again, because we have the hands configuration, we can actually tilt it up. So this is one of the other things you could do. So you can put it on directly, bring it down to the back, and that's it. That's all you had to do. Adjustment is very quick. It's very simple. The top strap as well as the back gets you right away going. And if, let's say I want to give this to my son, just adjust it a little bit bigger, remove it, give it to him, adjust it a little bit closer, adjust the strap, and it's done. Again, first party, this is made by Meta for the Meta Quest 3, works perfectly on the Meta Quest 3S. The next one we're going to take a look at, it's actually a more comfortable approach to using a head strap, but also including a battery pack on the back to extend the battery of our Meta Quest. It includes a 6,000 milliampere battery. It's made by JHZYWD, and again, includes 6,000 milliampere battery made specifically for the Meta Quest 3, but also works perfectly for the Meta Quest 3S. 100% money back, obviously, that's going to be their guarantee. Very easy, very simple to configure. The battery and the connection cable is already included. There's nothing for us to do. And here we have it. On the top, on the back here, we have a nice little configuration ring, similar to the one from Meta. To release here, unfortunately, you just have to push the button. That becomes your release configuration. If you want to tighten it, just spin it to the right, release, push, and then release. There's a couple of lights here in the back, an LED light here, and an indicator with the battery percentage left. Again, built in 6,000 milliampere. The cable is already connected. There's no way to remove it. It routes. There's a little grip here, and of course, an opening for the USB-C connector on the right side, or at least on the left side when you have it on your head. On the inside, you'll notice there is a few things that are much different. More, well, I guess a better configuration for soft material, leather carrier, well, not necessarily leather, but like fake leather configuration. Very nice, very comfortable from the sense of how you're going to be wearing this for an extended amount of time. And it has three options. There's the back, the top of the head, and it's a little bit part of the forehead. And of course, the straps that we have to connect directly to our Meta Quest. And of course, it just holds on it very nicely. And then when you're ready to use it, you just basically connect it. And one thing you'll notice, the lights on the back turn on automatically, green, red initially, and then they turn on green. So they're definitely very nice. And now at least it looks like a much better headset, ergonomically configured to be used. Again, very nice, very big, straightforward. Tilt it up, put it on. You can release, get the configuration done directly to the level that you want. Adjust the two pieces here on the top. And on that one, the top one right away, you feel it directly because it actually sits directly on the forehead. And then this one just sits a little bit on top. And it just feels like a little bit more on a weightless level because it's just so comfortable. Actually, for the most part, the only area I'm feeling right now is right here on my cheeks because that's going to be the only area there. But if I adjust it a little bit so that it has less pressure there because a lot of it is distributed on the side, it works great. Cable's connected on the side. There's nothing that's going to issue us any problems. The turn on button is right there. The volume rocker, everything is just accessible and it looks very nice. It should be very nice and comfortable for an extended amount of usage. And again, the battery is extended now with that 6,000 milliampere battery. So it's basically doubling the lifespan of that 2.5 hour playtime plus some. Now, before we get to the last accessory that was going to be for another strap or directly for the Quest 3S, I do want to share with you guys this nice accessory that Meta sent over, which essentially is a wireless charger for the controllers that still has a pass-through option to be able to charge the actual, obviously the headset itself using the original charger that comes with it. It's very good, very simple to use. It comes with two cables. There's the extension cable that's going to be the one going directly into our Meta Quest 3S that goes through the bottom area where it routes. So it tells you this goes to the headset, this comes in from the charger, you route them in, connect them, and then route out. Once you have that done, it's pretty straightforward for the actual configuration. You put the controllers in there, they start charging wirelessly, and the headset charges at the same time, as you're seeing with that little clip that I'm sharing with you guys right there. They provide us two batteries, or two rechargeable batteries, so you just have to basically put them in or replace the existing batteries that you have in there. And that's basically how you're turning or converting your Meta Quest 3, 3S controllers into wireless controllers, charging controllers, at least in that sense. They're always going to be wireless. And then once you have that there, configure it, close it, put it in the actual control or the handles. And then when you're done playing, you can actually just put them back on the stand, let them charge. They do last a lot longer than the battery, obviously, on the Meta Quest 3S. They're intended to go for multiple charges. And then as long as you have them in here, you'll see an indicator light on the bottom. There's two lights. And those lights indicate for us if the charger or the controllers are fully charged or are they charging at the same time. The next accessory is a must-have for anybody trying to leverage some of the power of your PC to be able to use the headset as a connected device. One of the biggest things we probably always appreciate is the fact that having the right cable, first and foremost. So this one is made VR headset fast charging link cable. And of course, it provides us the ability of not only having a right angle here, so this is going to be for connecting it directly to our Meta Quest, but also the ability of actually charging our Meta Quest at the same time. So you connect this directly to your PC. It comes with a USB-A, that's going to be the connector directly to your PC. The USB-C charging cable here, that's going to be connected, that goes directly into the charger that comes with your Meta Quest. And then last but not least, this USB-C connection goes directly into your actual Meta Quest. And of course, you'll be able to start using it directly with a linked cable. So you don't have to worry about doing it wirelessly. This is going to work great. It has a lot of slack, very nice and very simple, makes it very simple for us to actually connect it to our PC. No worries about Wi-Fi, and you can use it with your laptop, with your desktop. As long as you have a USB-A connection, you're ready to go, and it's pretty simple. The only thing they tell you is make sure you do not plug this directly into the charger. You plug it directly into the PC and the charger into the charging port. Now we're back to another unit here that has a very unique experience. Not only does it have an external battery, which provides us the ability of charging our headset itself, it has the cushioning on the back, the better configuration on this, but it also includes a fan to keep us cool in case we're having any kind of concern. So if you've ever used a headset or a VR headset, you know that at some point, depending on the weather and depending on the experience, sometimes you actually get a little bit of heat or fogging experience here because this is pretty much sitting straight on your face. This is trying to solve that by providing us some air cooling directly right on top of it. So let's go ahead and open it up. Again, it's called the S3 Pro Head Strap. It's made for the 3, but it works perfectly with the 3S. As you can imagine, all accessories should be pretty much cross-compatible between those two devices. They include the instruction manual, and of course, how to use it, a QR code to be able to check some information for that as well. But when you start looking at it, it's pretty straightforward. When you look here, you open it up on the side, you have a top strap here on the back that you're able to configure. That's going to be configured to the side or the back of the actual unit itself. So what we're looking at as far as configuration, or as far as like cushioning, we have a cushioning pad on the back that's going to be for the back of the head. That gives you very nice. The material is nice and almost feels like a memory foam experience on the inside. On the front, we have also another one that's going to be going right on top of the front part of our head. And on the top, we notice we have two little pads here, and those are going to be also supportive for for us as far as giving us that nice configuration there. The battery pack that we have in here is very straightforward. Magnetic, connects directly into the back. You heard that beep. It turns on, and then at this point you're ready to go, and you know that the unit itself is ready to go in there. Hardwired USB-C cable goes directly to the front, and we have the ability of controlling the air conditioning or the fan speed from the side here. And then last but not least is, of course, the configuration for the strap is, again, this one is more consistent of the original MetaQuest strap. You just basically open it up all the way as far back as you need it to get it to the right place. One thing to notice is that the connection here is not a clamp configuration. This is more of a clamp on the side, and you slide it in. Make sure you slide it all the way in so that your speakers are exposed so that you're able to still hear your MetaQuest. To use the fan, it's pretty straightforward. Press it once to turn it on, and it turns on, and you're able to extend. I'm hoping you guys could hear that right there. It is not very loud. It's absolutely very nice and very quiet. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer to the microphone. So that's pretty much what you should expect as far as the sound. I'm going to turn it off right now just to be able to actually put it on. And of course, same thing. You put on the experience directly on your head. You set it up. The pads on the back, on the top here, sits directly. They connect directly to my head here. On the back, it's pretty straightforward. The battery is magnetically clamped on the back. If I want to remove it, obviously, it's just removable, very simple. And beeps every time, and it does give us that little chirp in here. It's very good as far as the configuration that we give in here. Let me just go ahead and just turn on the fan. You know what? That is nice. Okay. The nice thing about it is the fan doesn't actually blow straight on our head. It actually goes through that top bar here that we have as far as the experience, which has a little bit of a cushioning. And what it actually absolutely does, it provides that cooling effect directly to our forehead, providing us a little bit more of a cooler air coming in here. It's not loud enough to hear it from where I am because it's sitting right above, but if I want to increase the speed, it provides that permeation of air throughout the actual strap and just cools the entire experience. And it starts coming down. I can actually start feeling a little bit closer to my eyebrows, which is pretty much where we want to be able to get that cooling effect. If I want to lower it down, bring it down again, just put it in and then turn it off. Well, let's start talking about cases and of course carrying. There's a couple of things you want to be aware of. Meta makes an actual case. This is a compact carrying case made specifically again for the Meta Quest 3 and 3S. It is very simple, very easy to configure. Hard shell, Meta logo in here. And what you do here is you open it up and you're pretty much ready to go. What you get here essentially is a small pouch, which I have the charging cable as well as the charger that came directly from Meta. And I can go ahead and put in my controllers. In there. And as long as you're using the original strap or a strap that has a lot of flexibility, you're pretty much ready to go. This case is going to be the best experience in there. It's small, it's compact, and it's not going to give you any problems, and it provides the protection that you need. The concern though is, let's say you want to use it with, let's say, a bigger strap or a strap that is not made specifically there, or even also the strap that was made by Meta for the extended one that we saw with the Meta Quest 3, because it does not fit here. It actually has a bigger, I would say basically presence in there, and the sides are more rigid. This case I picked up separately, and what I like about it is it's a longer configuration. So you'll see here, this is the case that we get for the Meta Quest if we line them up at the end, edge to edge, and this is how much extra space you're able to get here. Also, not just space as far as be able to put longer configuration for the headset straps, but also a larger space to be able to put additional accessories in here as it houses a lot more content. Now, I do apologize for the dust. Again, this is a case I've been using for some time since I've had the Meta Quest 3. You're able to put in as much as you'd like. I have a box here with an additional battery pack, my headphone jack, my charger, an additional strapper or the original strap that came directly with my Meta Quest 3, an additional cable here for extended cable connection directly to my PC. So again, everything that I need in here is pretty much straightforward in the top compartment. On the bottom, this is where it becomes very functional. You'll notice right there, this is a rigid strap. I'm able to put it in all the way, extended, not a problem at all. And when I'm ready to go, just go ahead and close it and then zip it up, and it makes it very nice and very convenient. It is a hard shell as well, not as hard, but it provides the right protection. It is a little bit longer, but it actually doesn't add that much thickness as far as the configuration that we get there. My hope is that you found these accessories helpful, and of course we're inspired to be able to figure out whatever works for you to help you augment the experience that you get on your Meta Quest 3 or Meta Quest 3S. The battery configurations that we get on both of those additional straps are absolutely fantastic. They extend the battery life of our gaming experience from 2.5 hours to up to 5 hours if you want to be able to do that really long marathon, or if you're traveling and you don't want to have to worry about charging up your Meta Quest 3S or 3. The battery configuration obviously is a little bit bigger on the Meta Quest 3, so just be aware that it will last you a little bit less, but nonetheless, both will double up the battery life on that experience. The charging dock for the controllers is absolutely fantastic. It charges the controllers to 100%, so whenever you're picking them up, you know that you're going with a full charge. And the cable that comes out of it can go directly into the Quest 3 or the 3S to charge the main unit, or if you're using one of those additional straps that we talked about as far as the actual ones with the battery or the one with the battery and the fan, it's nice because you can connect it directly in there, charge up the external battery that charges up to your device, therefore running with a full double battery life on that, ready to go. So the configuration that we're getting here is very simple, and it really works to the level that you want. If you're using the original strap, it works great directly to the headset, and if you're using the additional battery ones, this is definitely going to kick it up a notch for you as well. Very nice accessory, and I feel like that's a must-have as well. The last thing obviously is it's the case configuration. You can go with the slim small one that Meta makes, and of course there is some options in there as far as what you're able to put in there. It's nice, it's compact, but if you're using any custom straps as far as the head strap, even if you're using the Meta Quest or the Meta's extended strap that they made for the Meta Quest 3, you do need to change the case to something a little bit more spacious, I would say. And that's what that additional option that I shared with you guys, providing you more options for if you're using it basically with the standard strap, or even with the one that doesn't have a lot of configuration for the top part of the head, you're able to put more things in that case, making it a little bit better for carry-on. Both have a strap and a carry-on handle. The additional one, the larger one, had a handle on the side, making it easier to carry. And the one that comes from Meta comes in with a strap here, very simple and very easy. Again, at the end of the day, I'm hoping that all of these accessories gave you some inspiration and they're able to help you enjoy your Meta Quest 3 and Meta Quest 3S even more. Like and subscribe as usual. Thank you very much for the support. I will see you in the next video.